Hey everyone, it's Leo Chan from Abound Innovation. Today's tip is on a tool I call 50 questions. 50 questions can be used when you're looking for inspiration and new ideas. You can use it in your brainstorming or ideation sessions. So the way the tool works is this. You start off by selecting a problem or challenge statement that you want to focus on. And then step 2, you come up with a list of 50 questions that you have about that topic. Now you can do this as an individual or as a group, both work. And what you want to do is use the prompts who, what, when, where, how, and why. It's a lot easier having some prompts to come up with questions for. And you use this to start stimulating your brain to come up with all sorts of different questions. Just write them all down. It's also okay if they don't make sense, if your questions don't make sense, because this can be a little bit difficult. But your goal is to get to 50. So I'll give you an example, and I'm just going to use the topic of the fork because that's what I have available right now. And here you go. So some questions I have about the fork today are, why the fork? Who invented the fork? Who named it the fork? How did the fork become so popular around the world for cuisine? So much so that it's in our day-to-day life. This is like a global tool, right? Everybody around the world has the fork. Why are there 4 prongs and not 3 prongs or 5 prongs? What made it 4? Who decided that 4 was the best way for the fork? Why is it that forks are angled like this? You can see the curvature on this. Why is it curved here? Why isn't it straight or pointy or flat? Who decided that? How was the design of the fork even created to begin with? So you can see how this goes. You got your 50 questions, and then your next step is to look at all the questions that you came up with and circle between 1 to 5 of the ones that you found most interesting, ones that you want to explore more. Once you have that list, you're going to choose one of them and try to create a connection to your challenge statement at hand. So maybe, I try to create, the 4-prong feature of this and force a connection back to the challenge that I'm using. And an alternate option is to actually look up the answer to the question that you came up with and see what that answer may provide as stimulus to your problem statement. So, if I looked up who invented the fork and why they invented the fork, that might lead to some really interesting information that I may not have considered before. So that's how you can use this tool, 50 questions. Also, a pro tip on innovation is that question asking is an extremely important characteristic for innovators. In fact, it's listed as one of the top 5 characteristics in a book called The Innovator's DNA. And these were 5 characteristics of these top innovators from around the world. Question asking is incredibly powerful because it leads us to more curiosity, it leads us to think differently about things, it leads us to find inspiration in answers, and leads us to rabbit trails that we'll find really interesting things from. And so question asking is a really powerful part of our daily practice as innovators. So I hope you found this helpful as an ideation tool and as a tip to help hone your craft as an innovator. If you found this helpful and you'd like to be notified in the future of future videos, I'd encourage you to hit the subscribe button over there, and you will be notified of future videos that we post on innovation and creativity.